Good evening. I'm going to give the 30-second warning. If I could have everyone take a seat, please. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Gilbert Town Council meeting for May 16th, 2023. I'm going to take some items out of order this evening. We're going to start with our invocation, and I'd invite Heather Watts of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to come to the podium. Hi, Heather. Thanks for joining us. Just push the button and the mic will turn red. It will light up. It should. On the bottom of there you go. Thank you.
Did I do that right? Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Our dear, kind, and gracious Father in heaven, as we gather for this city council meeting today, we thank thee for all who have come to participate. We give thanks for our elected officials and appointed city staff in this room for all they have done and continue to do to serve the people of our town. We pray for our mayor. Bless her for her kindness and her strength and leadership. We pray for our council members and their family. Help them to be unified and to listen to opposing points of view with understanding and goodwill. We pray for the agenda set before them today. Please give an assurance of what would be pleasing to thee and what would benefit those who live and work in our beloved city of Gilbert. May the Spirit always be with us so that we can know thy will for our community. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you so much, Heather. We appreciate you coming out this evening. Next, I would ask Councilmember Bongiovanni to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone, please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, if I could please ask Town Clerk Herrera to conduct the roll call.
Mayor Bridget Peterson.
Here.
Vice Mayor Kathy Tilkey.
Here.
Councilmember Scott Anderson.
Here.
Councilmember Chuck Bongiovanni.
Here.
Councilmember Bobby Buckley.
Here.
Councilmember Jim Torgerson. Here. A quorum is present.
Thank you, Chiavelli. Now we'd like to move item 6 from our consent agenda to the beginning of our meeting. That is an agreement with the Roosevelt Water Conservation District. If I could please have a motion for that item.
So moved.
Oh, sorry.
I'll second.
I have multiples. I have a motion from Councilmember Torgerson with a second by Vice Mayor Tilkey. Please vote. Motion passes 6-0. Councilmember Kaprowski is not able to be with us this evening. We would invite the members of the RWCD group down to the front, and we would all like to come down and join you for a quick photo. Thank you. That's you in. So I'm going to center us in front of the dais right here. So if I'm in the middle, who wants to come down? Jay, Donnie, you're the chair of the board. The board is chair of the board, right? Everybody fill in and all around us. I just wanted to make sure we were centered. You're in the right spot. Oh, Monica's taking over. Good.
Just a few of you on the side, please. So that way we're even on both sides. There we go.
So I can see that space. There we go. I got it.
By the window.
Shane doesn't want to.
I saw that micro impression. I'm holding it in, hurry up.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Brad. Thanks for the hard work. Thank you. Now I'd like to go back to the beginning of our agenda, and we have the Student Citizen of the Month Awards. Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Just take me a second to get set up here. Good evening. I'm Vice Mayor Tilke, and it is my pleasure to announce the names of the Gilbert Student Citizens of the Month. The recipients were nominated by their teachers and principals for demonstrating good citizenship and character. We appreciate the opportunity to not only recognize these hardworking students, but to also thank all the teachers and school administrators in the community. We appreciate all your efforts to educate and influence our young residents. Our schools are some of Gilbert's finest and greatest assets. At this time, we are going to begin our Student Citizen of the Month presentation. Please enjoy. For those of you who are receiving an award tonight, a certificate and packet will be delivered to your school. We will begin with our elementary schools. Okay. Ashland Ranch Elementary, J.D. Atten. Bridges Elementary, Dallin Thornock. Centennial Elementary, Bailey Proctor. Chaparral Elementary, Lacey Andrus. Charlotte Patterson Elementary, Jack Phillips. Charlotte Patterson Elementary, Brendan Shaw. They have 2 excellent students this month. That's awesome. Enterprise School, Clara Speakman. Highland Park Elementary, Olivia Ellsworth. Higley Traditional Academy, Oliver Gamble. Islands Elementary, Bryce Zen. Mesquite Elementary, Hattie Saunders. Neely Traditional Academy, Michael Tyson. Oak Tree Elementary, Lucas Orenduff. Patterson Elementary, Adam Habish. Pioneer Elementary, Shine Tunzi. Playa del Rey Elementary, Raylyn Mutah. Quartz Hill Elementary, Tanner Sosi. Riggs Elementary, Trey Goodwin. Santan Elementary, Chloe Damron. Settlers Point Elementary, Maximus King. Sonoma Ranch Elementary, Liam Haynes. Spectrum Elementary, Cruz Malado. Town Meadows Elementary, Isabel Lindblom. Val Vista Lakes Elementary, Everett Spender. Weinberg Gifted Academy, Gavin Hill. And now we'll honor our junior high and high school students. American Leadership Academy, Nathan Nielsen. Campo Verde High School, Matthew Cagney. Canyon Valley High School, Nolan Hess. Christ Greenfield School, Luke Farrell. Gilbert Classical Academy, Katie Chen. Gilbert High School, Zadie Perkins. Higley High School, Avelina Kwan. Leading Edge Academy Early College, Judah Womack. South Valley Junior High, Kendall Kubik. And with that, congratulations. Is this the last one for this this school year?
Vice Mayor, I believe this is the last one for the school year, and I'm hoping that we can bring this back in person once the school year starts up again, so August or September. I'm looking forward to that. Most of you on the dais haven't had the experience of doing a Student of the Month, so it'll be a first time for most of you, and it's really great to see the kids in person. And I think they're getting tired of it because I saw less and less pictures this month, less and less photos this month. I think we want to see them back in person again. Thank you for that. Next, we have on our agenda 2 proclamations. Proclamation declaring May 21st to the 27th, 2023 as National Public Works Week, and a proclamation declaring May 2023 as Mental Health Awareness Month. And I will head down to the floor. Okay, team, who's here for Public Works Week? Come on down and join me. Jessica Marlowe with her short hair. Eric Brown. Anybody else? You always have short hair, Eric. Susanna. Yeah. Lauren Hickson. Yao. Oh, I didn't even see you over there. Yeah. I can't even see them back there. Come on, team. Come on down and join us. Public Works is a big part of what we do in Gilbert every single day. Should be recognized. National Public Works Week. Whereas these infrastructures, facilities, and services could not be envisioned, built, or maintained without the dedicated efforts of engineers, managers, and public works employees found in all levels of public works departments. And whereas public works departments are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for all citizens. And whereas public works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and safeguard public health, quality of life, and the well-being of the people of the town of Gilbert. And whereas it is in the public interest for the citizens, civic leaders, and children in the town of Gilbert to gain knowledge of and to maintain an ongoing interest in understanding of the importance of public works and public works programs in their respective communities. And whereas the year 2023 marks the 63rd annual National Public Works Week, sponsored by the American Public Works Association, Canadian Public Works Association, be it now. Therefore, I, Bridget Peterson, Mayor of the Town of Gilbert, do hereby designate the week of May 21st to the 27th, 2023 as National Public Works Week. And I urge residents to acknowledge and thank our public works professionals, engineers, managers, and employees for their substantial contributions to protecting our health and safety and quality of life. Jessica, would you just like to say a few words? Oh, yes.
Just thank you very much for the acknowledgement. Our teams work really hard every day to make sure that the town is the place that we all love to live behind the scenes, so you don't really see them, and they like to keep it that way. So that's why there's not very many of us here today, but we're very grateful for all the hard work that they put in every day.
They never want to be recognized. These are the folks that make sure that when you flush your toilets, they flush. When you turn on your faucets, water comes out of them. These are the people that get it done every single day. Please hold this. We're going to take a photo. We have to center in the middle because Kirsten will get mad at me, so we need to move a little over to the right. There we go. Yes, the town seal. Yes, Lauren, she gets it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the town seal. So we're centered.
Squish a little.
Squish in like we like each other.
Yep. A little stagger.
Exactly.
There you go. All right, 1, 2. Let me get one more.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you all. Congratulations. Thanks for all you do. Hey, how are you? And next, Mental Health Awareness Month. Who is here to accept this? Members of the Community Engagement Task Force. Yes, you're double duty tonight, Heather. I know. And Suzanne Lunt. Vice Mayor, do you want to join us, please? I keep forgetting to bring my glasses down here, so if you see me holding this further and further out, that's why. Whereas Mental Health Month has been observed since 1949 to raise awareness of mental health conditions and the importance of mental health. And whereas mental health is a fundamental part of an individual's overall health and well-being, and mental illness is a major public concern nationwide. And whereas each year millions of Americans face the reality of living with a mental illness themselves or are impacted by mental illness either directly or through someone they care about. And whereas the number of people in our community and nation impacted by mental illness continues to increase with no socioeconomic boundaries, as it can and does affect anyone. And whereas during Mental Health Awareness Month, the town of Gilbert joins the mental health community to reaffirm our commitment to building on our understanding of mental illness, to helping reduce the stigma surrounding mental illness and mental health treatment, to supporting increased access to treatment, and to helping ensure those who are struggling know they are not alone. And whereas the town of Gilbert is committed proactively approaching mental health and wellness by supporting the recommendations of the Community Engagement Task Force in the areas of awareness, education, and connection to resources. And now, therefore, I, Bridget Peterson, Mayor of the town of Gilbert, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2023 as Mental Health Awareness Month, and remind Gilbert's residents and employees to acknowledge and prioritize the mental health and wellness of yourselves, your loved ones, and your community. Who wants to take this? Thank you. Do you want to hold this? Scoot over to the middle. Yeah. And ladies.
One, two. Let me take one this way. Perfect.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Thank you. Send this to you. Just take to the board. Thank you both. Thank you for all the work you do. Appreciate you. Next on our agenda is communications from citizens. Vice Mayor. Oh, yes.
If I may intervene for a moment, because we have our legislators here, and I didn't want to make them wait all night. I wanted to recognize them for something they've done for us recently, and they were going to stay here, and I wanted to talk to them later. But since two of them are here already, I'd like to talk for just a moment. Take my moment of later and throw it now. We have Travis Grantham and Lauren Hendricks here, and I wanted to point out what these two gentlemen have done for us recently. And with all due respect to their schedule, I'd like to do it now. But several weeks ago, Representative Hendricks called me and asked what I thought was a pressing issue in Gilbert that everybody could be equally shared in. And after some discussion, it came to water. And after a little more discussion, we had involved Councilman Anderson, and then discussing with him with his history of water and the riparian preserve and all his knowledge on water, we took this to our town manager, Patrick Banger. And Patrick provided every detail possible to these gentlemen. And what really occurred is they went to fight to battle for this town, since LD 14 is basically exclusively Gilbert, other than a few precincts that are LD 13. They went and got back $28 million of money so we could put our well projects further forward and protect the water and the water rights this town is growing on and will continue to grow on for the next 100 years. And that wasn't an easy thing. They went through a long fight for it. And they brought it home to us. It was signed by Governor Hobbs, who's rejected just about everything, as everybody's read. And what I really wanted to do is, because I got to see Scott work with people and Patrick and our two legislators, I want them to stand up, and I want you all to recognize how hard they worked for this town to bring that money back here for wells to be moved forward several years. And if I could just please have you, all of you stand, Scott even. And it was just a very healthy and rewarding experience to be able to sit with these gentlemen and have that done. And I was going to say that later, but I figured I didn't want you to stay here all night. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us this evening, representatives. We appreciate all you've done for the town of Gilbert. Now moving on with our agenda, communications from citizens. Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. The Gilbert Town Council values citizens' comments and input. Anyone wishing to speak before the council must fill out a request to speak card for each item they wish to speak on and submit it to the town clerk or place it in the bin provided prior to the start of the meeting. The communications from citizens portion on the agenda provides citizens an opportunity to identify for the town councils matters of interest or concern related to town government that are not on the printed agenda. Under the provisions of the Arizona Open Meeting Law, the Town Council is prohibited from responding to issues that have not been properly noticed. Therefore, the Town Council may only listen to citizens who wish to address them on non-agenda items. At the conclusion of the open call to public, response is limited to individuals of the council responding to criticism made by those who have addressed the public body, asking staff to review a matter, or asking that a matter be put on a future agenda. The town asks that when your name is called, you come forward to the podium, state your name and place of residence, and then begin speaking. All speakers are expected to observe common standards of decorum and courtesy. Personal attacks, political speeches, or threats of political action are inappropriate in this forum and will be grounds for ending a speaker's time at the podium. Mayor, we only have one person wishing to speak this evening, Terry Natty. If you'll come forward, you'll have 3 minutes. You'll want to go ahead and turn the microphone on since you're the first tonight. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Terry Natty. I live in a county island within the Gilbert planning area. And y'all have been listening to me more often. I've been in more council meetings than not in the last year. I'm frustrated. I watched Representative Hendricks and former Councilman Anderson rip your staff member to pieces about the wastewater, WW 1060, I think. And Mayor Peterson, you said that you lost sleep over it. In my mind, my situation is no different, but yet you won't bring it back up to council. I'm not asking you to remove it. I'm asking you to rethink it. I've been asking you to rethink it. I have an engineer that says it can be done in 55 feet. Your engineers told you it could be done in 55 feet. They showed you it could be done. They didn't want it to be done that way, but it could be done. There's no reason. My lawyer said that, your lawyers said that I'm against the project. Well, that's not true. I'm not against the project. I like my toilets to flush. I like my water to flow, and I like roads that are in good shape. Doesn't mean that you need the excess. I'm against the excess. This project can be done in 55 feet. It's been proven by your own people. Your own documents say that a minor arterial can be 55 feet. Do we need to go to court? Do I need to embarrass everyone in front of a judge? I don't understand why we can't fix this at this level. This should be done properly. We shouldn't have to go to court. That's ridiculous. I'm absolutely willing to go to court. I will go to court, and I will win, and I will embarrass the town of Gilbert publicly. I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend more time fighting with you guys. I want you to see reason. I want the project to be done. I don't want to hold it up. I'm against the excess, and there is excess, and I don't know why. Hubris, maybe? I can't answer you because I'm not in the minds of your staff, but your staff has manipulated and lied to me, to you. I've told you all of it. I've shown you all of it. I've given you countless pieces of paper on it. I don't understand why I'm still up here. And I will continue to be up here more council meetings than not until we can come to a resolution. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Natty. Mayor, that's it for communications from citizens.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Now, if you'd like to move on to consent calendar.
Yes.
Can I say something real quick?
It depends on what it's referring to.
Just these guys and those guys.
You need,
Well, I just wanted to explain why I stood up.
oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to let everybody know, I was not involved in the water thing that Travis and Lauren and these guys did. I stood up because I thought they deserved it. So I just wanted to let you know that. I don't want anyone to think I had a part of this when I didn't.
Thank you. Thanks, Councilmember. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. No council member has requested an item be pulled from the agenda. However, we will be adding item 33, and Councilmember Bongiovanni is going to read that motion.
Here we go. I have a motion to appoint Michael Clark, Rick Kettner, and Bob Farron to the Parks and Recreation Board with terms beginning May 13th, 2023 and ending May 12th, 2026.
Thank you. I will include that as part of the consent agenda, if that's all right. With that, I would like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda, items 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, A through F, 21, 22, 22A, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27A, 27B, 28, and 33.
Did you put that in the form of a motion or?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Can I have a second, please?
Second.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Tilke, seconded by Councilmember Anderson. Please vote. Motion passes 6-0 unanimously this evening. Now we will move on to our public hearing portion of our agenda. Great, thank you. Are there any items that the council wishes to hear a presentation on off of the public hearing agenda this evening?
32, ma'am.
32? Anything else? I will open the public hearing, and I would entertain a motion to, for 29, 30, and 31, and then we will have a presentation on 32. I'll close the public hearing.
I move to approve 29, 30, and 31.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Vice Mayor Tilke, seconded by Councilmember Torgerson. Please vote. Motion passes 6-0. Moving on to item number 32, fees. I would like to ask staff to please come to the podium. I'll open the public hearing. Good evening, Hawken.
Good evening, Mayor Council. I do not have a presentation ready. I'm happy to do kind of an overview, answer any questions. From a process standpoint, what this is council directing staff to post a notice of intent that then starts a 60-day clock of the intention to add a new fee or charge. And then there's a date certain where we will have a public hearing to talk about those fees and establish them. Then 30 days from that point, if council approves that and it moves forward, then that would become a new fee in place. And so right now we have 4% maximum and then a $4 maximum. Those are not stacking. They are independent of each other. The way utility bills are charged through the credit card processing merchant accounts, Visa rules, if you will, require it to be a fixed fee for utility accounts. And then for all other uses of credit card, it would be a fixed rate per transaction. We're in the process of honing in on exactly what that would be. So these are caps, and then as we come back to council August 1st, there would be firm numbers for council's consideration at that point.
Thank you, Hawken. Any questions for Hawken at this time, Councilmember?
All right, so at this point, you're looking at that as the maximum, but you're going to come back to us with the actual numbers?
That is correct.
All right, and are we shopping other providers? Because as a businessman, I saw 4%, and I couldn't have shown you the door faster if you were my credit card processor.
No, thank you. We do look at competitively bid. All of our services must be competitively bid. We are looking at other providers right now also, and so we have contracts in place that were competitively bid, and we're continue to look at additional options. And we did take your comments from the retreat and look and understand, and there are some subtleties behind the rules that I would be happy to talk about, where some merchant accounts might pay for a portion and lower that fee, right? So you might see fees lower. Those are agreements between different merchant accounts, and when we competitively bid, whatever the market is offering us is what we look at and what we compare against. And so I can say that from the cities and towns' perspective, we're going to be very competitive among those groups, but the private sector does have some different rules and things that they play with. And so there is a discrepancy or a disparity between the rates charged in certain services, but we are looking at those from a competitively bid process.
And I assume we're not marking up the fees, we're just doing cost recovery then?
We are not allowed to, and so our
Okay.
fees will be either precisely at or even slightly below full cost recovery, just to avoid any potential issues with the credit card merchants.
Thank you, sir.
And again, this is just to put notice out that we're looking at this process and looking at doing this. We have to do it by law, notify the public that this is going on here at the town, and it will come back for another hearing on August 1st, 2023. Any other questions or comments for Hawken? Thank you, Hawken. I will go ahead and close the public hearing, bring it back to the dais. Conversation or motion?
I'll move to accept that.
Move to approve?
Move to approve.
Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. I have a motion by Councilmember Torgerson, seconded by Councilmember Bongiovanni. Please vote. Motion passes 6-0. Moving on to our administrative items for our agenda this evening. We've already covered item number 33 for boards and commissions. Number 34, council administration, consider acceptance of the budget report and contingency report for the third quarter of FY 2023. Does this require a vote? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Kelly. I see you're nodding your head back there. Any conversation, discussion about this item? Vice Mayor? I saw you putting.
Oh, I was going to make a motion to approve.
I will take a motion then, too.
Yes.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Tilke, seconded by Councilmember Torgerson. Please vote. And that passes with a 6-0 vote also. Moving on to boards, commissions, and committees. Any reports from council liaisons for boards, commissions, and committees? Yes, Councilmember Torgerson.
I just wanted to say that it was an absolute pleasure for the RDC, for the Economic Development Department to host a meet and greet the other day at Hale Theater, and to show a lot of the history and the hard work of things that they're doing there, and that having the chamber involved brought the attendance very high compared to what it's been in the past. And to see that part of the community really come together and move forward. And first time I'd ever been in this Hale Theater. I'd been in one in Glendale, California, but not here, and it was a great experience, and I'm hoping Dan and Sarah from the chamber continue to do these. I just wanted to say that, and that's all we have from RDC.
Great. Any other comments from boards and commissions? Councilmember Buckley?
Well, I just wanted to mention that I think most of us were there, but the police and fire did a police and fire ops for the council members to let us see what they do and how they take care of the town. And I actually got to fire a gun for the first time in my life. I was like, oh, wow, this is great. But they did a fantastic job. And Bon Giovanni and I got to go up in the fire truck ladder. We went up 50 feet, and I asked, does this go up any higher? And he says, yeah, you want to go higher? And before I could even answer, that one said, yeah, let's go higher. So we went up about 75 feet. But they took the entire day to show us every single thing they do. And it was probably one of the most fun days I have had. So Councilmember Tilke was there, Bon Giovanni. Torgerson was dressed up. He was in his fire uniform. And so they did a lot. And they also showed us how they handle an accident when they go to an accident. So it was pretty incredible.
Thank you. Any other reports from boards and commissions? We'll move on to communications. Report from the town manager on current events.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. I wanted to recognize the hard work. Councilman Torgerson had recognized the hard work from several members of our local legislative delegation with the assistance of the appropriation through the state budget, which will help to construct 3 new wells in Gilbert to help us with our water resiliency plans. But I want to recognize some staff members that were behind the scenes that were of tremendous help. Leah Reinheimer, Jessica Marlowe, Eric Braun, Rob Bohr. All of those individuals really helped pull together in short order the information that we needed to provide to our delegation so they could go to bat for us. And great outcome, and we're very grateful for it, and every little bit will help with all the work we had ahead of us. Also, tonight you approved the RWCD Domestic Water Services Agreement. That has been an effort that has been going on for 10 plus years, and there was a tremendous number of people who worked very diligently through a very complicated issue for this community, and we couldn't be more thrilled that that was approved tonight, and we look forward to our relationship going forward with RWCD, which is such a huge part of the town's history, and I would like to recognize some key staff members behind that effort: Eric Braun, Lauren Hickson, Chris Payne, John Baird, Jessica Marlowe, Stefan Watson, Jeremiah Churchill, Rebecca Hamill, Mary Goodman, and Leah Reinheimer. We could not have got that done without those team members. Thank you, Mayor. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you, Patrick. Moving on to report from council on current events. Anything to report? No? Moving on to the report from the mayor on current events. Yes, the RWCD contract is very big. It's been going on the whole time that I've served on this council, and thankful for the employees that have worked so hard to bring it to fruition and giving us the opportunity to vote on that this evening, and very thankful for our partnership with RWCD. I've known Shane Leonard for 20 years now from serving here on the Planning Commission together. I'd like to recognize that May 14th through 20th is National Police Week and is observed and honors those who lost their lives in the line of duty. I'd like to take a moment and recognize our 2 fallen heroes, Lieutenant Eric Shoehandler and Officer Robert Targos. May we never forget their sacrifice for our community. I'd also like to recognize that some of us attended the Eggs Benefit Breakfast for Ascend the other day, and I saw a post that at that breakfast, we helped raise a total of $15,300, which is just amazing, and they'd like to reach a goal of $20,000, and we wouldn't be able to provide the services that we do in the town of Gilbert if it wasn't for the Ascend community and the work that they do, especially for our seniors and those in need at a time, they find themselves at a time in need. And as I've promised for every single meeting, I'm going to talk about the Memorial Day ceremony, which HD South and Gilbert are hosting right here at Town Hall. It's a free event open to the public at 50 East Civic Center Drive, and it will be on Monday, May 29th from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. It includes a flag and wreath ceremony, battlefield cross, POW MIA table, National Guard band will play. It's really an amazing event. If you'd like to come out, bring your chairs, blankets, pop-up tents. There's plenty of room out here on the lawn to do all of that. And then HD South, home of the Gilbert Historical Museum, at Gilbert and Elliott, is also open to the public from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for free. So I hope you go and stop by there and visit. And that is all I have. I now need to recess the regular meeting and reconvene in executive session. Thank you.
Mayor, can we have a vote?
Vote on that. Sorry, thank you, Chevalier. I will recess regular meeting, reconvene in executive session. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
And please vote. Motion passes 6-0. Thank you.